Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Indeed, Mazi Kanu has shown to the world and to Nigerians as a whole that he has some ardent followers who have made up their mind that they will follow him to the very end. And this has caused a lot of reactions coming from Igbo senators, Igbo politicians, Igbo leaders. Honestly, they are giving it all out to the government of the day, to the federal government. In fact, they had to give a special classified message to them over the issue of Mazi Kanu, and they actually warning them to tread very carefully over a lot of things. Before we go into the newspaper to find out what it is they're telling the federal government, especially southeastern leaders, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Ifeanyi Ubah, the senator representing Anambra South, has explained why he's seeking a court order to visit Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, in detention. The senator, through Ogogosi Ikem, his counsel, had filed a motion on October 15 to visit Kanu in DSS custody. In order of this honorable court granting leave to Senator Ifeanyi Ubah to visit the defendant Nnamdi Kanu as part of his legislative oversight function, the notice has read. Speaking with Arise TV on Monday, Ubah said his goal was to engage the Ipob leader to get him to talk to his people about their stand on the Anambra governorship election. The group has threatened to lock down the southeast if Kanu is not released from detention by November 4th. The proposed sit-at-home protest would affect the Anambra governorship election, which is billed for November 6. Ubah, who is the candidate of the Young Progressive Party (YPP) in the election, said IPOB is a very big force, adding that he hopes to persuade them to look into the issue because boycotting the election doesn't really help our people. He said, "You must understand that Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of followership in the southeast, so the government should take him seriously. But we are engaging and finding political solutions to this issue. We are engaging with IPOB and showing them the importance of this election. The most important thing is that the election is constitutional, and I'm also very much sure that on the day of the election, there will be a peaceful election in Anambra State," the senator said. "I'm the only politician that's working hard to see the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, so that I can also have the opportunity of talking to him and get him to talk to his people to look into the issue, because the election is constitutional, and if really anybody loves our people, they shouldn't be saying there will be no election. It doesn't really help our people. If there's no election, there will be no voters. Apathy and somebody might come in and then do anything that might not all go well. IPOB is a very big force because most of them are not even in Nigeria, and they have their way with the media, and people are listening to them. So that's why I have dedicated myself to how we can bring in and profile a political solution." Honestly, this man just hit the nail on the head. He did not mince words. He just said it the way it is. Don't use force. Instead of using force, try dialogue. Some people have been calling this man out for so many reasons. Honestly, I must give it to him. He has been one of the few politicians I have grown, especially when it comes to the issue of southeastern politicians. I've grown to respect him. The fact that some persons say he's going to see Nnamdi Kanu because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of the November. He didn't deny it. He said so. Really, he didn't say that he did that. He want to see Nnamdi Kanu because he loves him too much. No way. He said, "Look, your people, the people that are following you, are ardent. They love you to the moon, and if you cough, they cough with you. You sleep, they sleep with you. And the only person and the only one who they will listen to at this rate, it still have to be you. For some reasons, you have been able to cajole them and make them your followers. They have bought your ideology. Can you please tell them to allow the election to hold?" That's exactly what he's trying to do. That, look, if the election doesn't hold, there may just be, a lot of things, another government coming into play, and at the end of the day, we may not really have what we are looking for, which means we may not have the right leader who will change the situation for good for the people. That automatically means there needs to be an election. But it will not hold except Mazi Nnamdi say so. So he's not looking towards the federal might, rather he's saying, can we engage? Because whether everyone engages with the federal might, or whether the governors of the day or the southeastern leaders of the day decide to use the federal might to get this done, at the end of the day, posterity will history record it for them, one way or the other. Yes, some people might say they have threatened, that they have been patient, because some persons are saying, look, if you are the governor of the state, what would you do? You have been patient, they have tried to cajole, they've tried to talk to them like sons, and they have refused. What would you want them doing? Knowing the fact that they're the chief security officer, I would have said dialogue some more, meet stakeholders. I'm sure there's still some persons, some elders who can still, broker peace between two parties. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians, because of course Nigerians have spoken concerning this matter. And it's a big one, honestly. Except you want to deny, you don't want to tell yourself the truth. A man who would say something and people are enforcing it, he is still in detention and things are happening on using his name. Come on. Except you want to tell, you are denying, you're lying to yourself. And that will not go well, because in the situation on ground, lives are involved. So it's not something that you begin to play politics about. You tell yourself the truth, you own up. He Honestly, they got people in diaspora in Nigeria. They have people who share. A typical example is the actor Chiwantalago. That's one actor. You don't know how many of them that are quiet about this, but are also silently following. Let's read the pulse of Nigeria. This one here is saying, all Igbo peoples are all Igbo peoples are Biafra, whether you like or not. Thank God for making me. Okay, I don't know what this one is trying to write, because it's right. This write up is, I'm struggling to understand what it's trying to write. This one here is saying, IPOB can only spoil their region. The day they step out of it, then all Igbos will be forced to pack and leave other region. Try what you are doing and wait for your result. You people always like to play with fire. I don't know what this one is trying to say, I guess. The only reason I know that you want to see him is your selfish political gain, nothing more. But yeah, he didn't deny it. He actually said that the election needs to hold. Right now, the politicians out there right now, especially from the southeast, especially in Anambra state, are quite desperate because they're on countdown. Now the the federal government have already said, look, that election must hold. They have deployed all the securities. Don't forget that ad hoc staff that had shown interest that they will do, there will be an ad hoc staff to INEC, have withdrawn. A lot of them say they don't want to, they don't want trouble. They want to stay at home because life is only one. So you see now that they have a situation in their hand. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on this? We really need to brainstorm about this matter. Let's interact. Do have a nice